My freeloading SIL treated my house like a hotel and I was a housemaid, so I gave her an ultimatum. I live with my husband, and a few months ago, his younger sister moved in with us. She was going through a rough patch, lost her job, broke up with her boyfriend, and didn't have anywhere else to go. I agreed to let her stay temporarily, thinking she'd get back on her feet. But it's been 3 months, and honestly, I feel like I'm living with a teenager who thinks she's at the hotel. She doesn't help with any house chores. She leaves dirty dishes in the sink after eating, never wipes down counters, and hasn't done laundry once. She eats and drinks whatever's in the fridge, stuff I specifically buy for my kids or meal prep, and never replaces anything. She doesn't contribute to bills, but she's constantly ordering stuff online. Clothes, skincare, and random packages arrive almost daily. She had a job interview last week and just didn't go. Her brother asked her and she said she wasn't feeling it. I was stunned. I've been biting my tongue for weeks, but that was the last straw. I told my husband we need to set a deadline for her to move out or start contributing. He said I was being harsh and that she's family and just needs time. But I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. I didn't sign up to be her maid, her chef, or her financial sponsor. Wibta. If I told her she needs to move out even if she still doesn't have a job, I don't want to be heartless, but I also don't want to lose my sanity. Update. I gave my SIL a move out deadline and I finally feel like I have my home back. Hi again. I posted recently about my sister-in-law, 24F, living with us and how it was starting to feel less like helping family and more like being taken advantage of. First, I want to say thank you. The comments, advice, and support I got were incredible. You helped me feel less alone and reminded me that setting boundaries doesn't make me cruel, it makes me sane. Here's what happened next. After her missed job interview and another week of zero effort, I sat down with my husband and told him I couldn't do this anymore. I said I was done tiptoeing around her feelings while our home turned into a stress zone. I told him we needed to give her a firm deadline to move out, job or no job. He pushed back at first, said she just needs time and that she's family. But I reminded him that we're a family too, and our kids deserve a peaceful, functional home. I told him I wasn't willing to sacrifice our mental health for someone who won't even wash a dish. So me and my husband talked to her and gave her a deadline: 6 weeks to find a job, contribute, or find another place to stay. We offered to help her look for work, even suggested affordable housing options. But the deadline is firm. She wasn't thrilled. She said I was kicking her out and that I don't understand how hard things are. I told her I do understand, but I also know that healing doesn't happen while you're living in someone else's house, doing nothing, and expecting everything. Since then, she's been sulky, but slightly more active. She did a load of laundry, a miracle, and she's been quieter. She also started to look for a job. Thank you again to everyone who reminded me that boundaries aren't cruelty, they're clarity. I'm learning that protecting my peace doesn't make me heartless. It makes me a better mom, partner, and person.